This episode very important. It's about the clone meat. I think it's been going on for a while, but please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Clone meat, which I think been going on for the past 15 years, but recently Health Canada, they have announced it that they're selling clone meat and they don't need to label it. This past, well, it's still November, just recently. This is new news. Health Canada basically saying they don't need to label any of the clone meat from the offsprings of whatever these animals, cattle, right? And they're saying it's safe. They've been doing tests. Do you guys believe this? Tell me. Do you believe this? Right? Putting it out there for you to see. You can read that. And I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit. Saying it's part of, they removed it from the novel food, whatever list, claiming that this is safe to eat cloned meat. They've been doing all their research, I guess, for years, and they're saying it's safe. But the same thing they said they've been doing research on cannabis, and they're complaining about it right now. They've been doing research. I'm just flipping it, right? They've been doing cannabis for over 50 years and now they're complaining about it. But this clone meat, which is recent, right? Well, they're putting it out there for us to know is safe scientifically to consume, to eat. Cloned meat. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't cloning illegal? Wasn't it illegal? Wasn't I hearing about meat cloning being illegal in the Americas and Canada? But you can make clone meat for consumption. No labeling. No labeling. They're telling you this. So you got to be careful what you're consuming, what you're eating. This clone meat is dangerous. And they don't know the health effects from it. They're claiming that it's safe for human consumption. Health Canada is saying all of this. Health Canada is saying it's safe from the offspring. Like, what's the offspring? From the cow, from the chicken, right? It's cloned. And they're saying this is safe right now for us to eat. I don't know if it's going on in America, probably is. But in Canada, they are telling you they're selling right now meat, what's not labeled that is cloned. They're not giving you opportunity, any choice of knowing about it. Everything what they sell, correct me if I'm wrong, for sale, for consumption in a store, like a establishment, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't it have the ingredients? Doesn't it have maybe even the manufacturer? So now they're above the law that they don't have to tell you that clone meat is being sold or label it that it's clone meat. So right now, what's going to happen now? There's going to be a big population all of a sudden turning vegetarian or not eating meat at all. Nothing is really safe. Nothing is safe. But what I'm telling you right now, which other people are probably telling you, that they are selling clone meat, Health Canada, and they don't have to put no label on it. And they're probably selling it to restaurants all around. When you buy a burger, it doesn't have to be an actual cow. When you buy chicken to eat, it doesn't have to be the actual chicken. It's cloned. So they're claiming it's safe, right? So they could go around this with their novel food list and remove whatever, right? Because they know they know the laws. But this is crazy now that you don't have any rights when it comes to eating meat. They're basically saying they could do whatever they want. They're gonna clone the meat, and you can't say anything. But this is how I see it when you go doing your grocery shopping. Whatever is expensive is probably the better meat. If it's cheap, that's not good because they can make a lot of cloned meat and they're not going to sell it expensive. That's why it's cloned. But if it's something that's more expensive, it took more time for them, it's probably more healthier for you. That's how it goes. It makes sense. So be careful, be aware what you're consuming. When you're shopping, you're gonna have to look more. You gotta concentrate more when you're shopping for your meats, because in Canada, especially because Health Canada don't care. They're saying this is safe for our consumption, right? This live right now, this video right now of information, they don't like it. That's why Canada wants to do all this censoring. That's why they want to do this censoring, because the information is too much. It's coming out. It's coming out what they're doing, and it's not right. I don't know if you people could see this, but look, read this. Take it in. Take it in. Yep, that's what they're doing. Take it in. So, the next time you go to a store and you're trying to shop for meat in Canada, really be careful what you're picking up, because it might not be actual meat. It's cloned. And how do they produce this cloned meat? I don't know, but it's in a laboratory. That's all I know. It's in a laboratory. Nothing is safe. But to be more safe, you might not even want to eat meat anymore, or limit your consuming of meat, because it's not what it is. Right? Health Canada put it out there just recently, November. We're still in November, right? It's the 22nd of November, and they just passed this. Legally, they could sell unlabeled meat, so you don't know what you're eating. The only way you're gonna have an idea of it is the price, because clone meat, they can make it over and over again. There's no limit. But good meat is limited. I'm gonna give you guys some advice. Go to a butcher. Go to a butcher, most likely in a community like, the Portuguese, the Italians. They want the good meat, right? They're trying to eat that good stuff, and they don't want that clone stuff. So if you want good quality, you better go to a butcher where they kind of hunted for this, right? Because right now, Health Canada is putting through, well, they have already put it through cloned meat, right? So, people, please subscribe, like, and comment, all that good stuff, your opinions, right? Put it down in the comments. Don't be scared. But bless up. I'm out.